In 1902, Justice S. Stearns of Lugden, Michigan, bought 30,000 acres of virgin timberland in southern Kentucky. When coal was soon discovered soon afterwards, the Stearns Coal and Lumber Company was established. The company would build the town of Stearns, named after Justice S. Stearns, to serve as the hub of the logging and mining empire that would control over 200 square miles of land. They built the Kentucky and Tennessee Railway, erected the first all-electric sawmill in the U.S., and employ over 2,200 people living and working in the 18 coal and lumber camps. In the 1950s, the Stearns Company closed several mines, and the K&T discontinued passenger service. In 1963, the railroad purchased 4 Alco S2s diesel locomotives from the Denver and Rio Grande Western Railroad. The line's remaining steam locomotives remained on standby service until their official retirement in February of 1964. 2 steam locomotives survived from the K&T, those being K&T number 10 and K&T number 12. Which you might know more famously as Southern Railway 4501. Both K&T number 10 and 12 are owned by the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum in Chattanooga, Tennessee. By 1976, the Stearns Coal and Lumber Company had sold its mining operations to the Blue Diamond Coal Company. The company's vast land holdings was transferred to the National Forest, the Big South Fork National River and Recreation Area, and private ownership. Coal mining ceased along the K&T in 1987. In 1982, the Big South Fork Scenic Railway started passenger excursions along the former K&T main line. The line still operates today and carries passengers to the Blue Heron coal mining camp and also stops at Barthel, the first coal mining camp along the line, for special occasions. So sit back and relax and let's enjoy the train ride to Blue Heron.
Until they were ready to be installed into lumber. It was also the water source for the power plant, which provided electricity and steam to go to the Stearns. The small building next to the plant is our diesel locomotive shop, and the larger building was once used as the steam locomotive shop. It currently houses Crossroads Rail Service Services Incorporated. Coming up on your right will be the Wright Family Farm. This farm originally established as Stearns Company as a experimental farm used to teach people alternative methods to traditional farming. It was also used to give the moles rest after weeks of working in the mine. From the John L. Wright worked for the Stearns Company, eventually became the general mining superintendent. He purchased the farm from the Stearns Company and continued raising cattle and pigs. Descendants of Mr. Wright still own the farm today. Water State, the bird in Alaska. This waterfall will be very, very tiny, so make sure you have to very close to it. Workers are the first company house dynamite. Blasting was the most cost-effective way to fracture rock in and around the mine and along the railway. People living near the dynamite were often but today, dynamite and nitroglycerin-based explosives is rarely used for coal mines. And as the tracks are tending to go down at an average rate of 10%, it is no wonder why costs are so high. Just ahead is the Kentucky Christmas only tunnel. It is unlined with the other 56 feet long. As a passenger of the tunnel, be able to look out on your left for a breathtaking view of Roaring Fork Scenic. Just a reminder to please do not be crossing like other people's train cars. We want you guys to all be safe, but we don't want any accidents to be happening, so please do not do that. It is because of her efforts that much of the area state are left behind. The first line was about the Stearns Company, the first coal brought out on the railway in June of 1903. Bordeaux was home to 300 people living in over 50 houses in 1905. The town was abandoned and turned down about 1950. The Cobra family has reconstructed the town to its 1915 appearance. The bathhouse, doctor's office, and barber shop regularly extends to the railway, and that will be on the right coming up here. Were brothers Sam and John Merritt, brothers Oscar and Will Evans, and Henry Campbell. The condition of the mine at the time of the accident was reported to be dry and dusty. 4 shots were fired by using fuse. The 2 Merritt brothers were on the inside of the mine, while the Evans brothers and Henry Campbell were 8 to 10 feet outside the drift house, taking a log close to the track. Henry Kimball were killed instantly. Oscar and Will Evans lived until around midnight. John Merrick lived for one day and was able to give an account of the circumstances surrounding the fatal blast. Additional statements were given by Julius Evans, father of Oscar and Will, W. Kimball, A.B. Wilson, and Simon Barry. On February 8, 1910 at 9:30 p.m., 6 men were killed instantly with the mine of Rowan. An explosion occurred in the north part of the mine. Gas or dust was ignited by what is known as a windy blast. The 6 men killed were brothers Richard and Ellen Griffey, Albert Drescher, Ed Drescher, brothers but not brothers, C.W. David King, and Fred Thompson. While mining was a dangerous occupation, most of the men who worked as miners liked the job and could not imagine doing anything else. It is the orange hood and white green trim. Many special events and activities in each of the nights on the road. It is that white building on the Grand Terrace. National River near Stearns. The next stop was started by an act of Congress in 1934 on 125,000 acres in 2022. your left is yet another scenic view of the Lawrence Pond Creek. At the Lawrence Pond Creek is some of its whitewater rapids. Pond Creek flows inland of the Mississippi, long before you have a perspective for meeting the Big South Fork of the Cumberland River. If you're on the right side of the train, you still may get out of your seat to come to the left. Just please make sure you guys are not on something so you guys are all safe.
Fun fact for you guys watching, this curve right here that we are currently on is actually... That curve is actually out of gauge. It was out of gauge, and that's how it was originally built until the K&T got Southern Railway 4501. When they got 4501, which was renumbered to K&T number 12, they had to redo the gauge and everything. They actually put it into gauge so 4501 could make it around that curve. However, when they converted later over to diesel, they put it back to its original configuration out of gauge. Kind of fun. When we got to Blue Heron, we was greeted with a special surprise, that being K&T motorcar number 7. Number 7 is original to the line, and is one of the few surviving motor cars from the K&T. The locomotive that was pulling our train today is Big South Fork Scenic Railway number 106. 106 was originally built for the Atlantic coastline and is a SW9. So at Blue Heron, I decided to film myself walking around, and so I could give you guys a little bit of a tour of the coal mining camp. I hope you guys enjoy. So we're now in Blue Heron now. Over here we can see a few K&T locomotives. There's K&T number 10, K&T number 12, the only two locomotives that survived. There. Those are now at the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Shows you what kind of model and things they got here. Pretty cool. Not 100% accurate to the locomotives, but you know, looks good. Very cool little place. So here we go, guys. So we see a model of the coal temple here, which we're getting ready to go up on. Looks to me like an O scale model here. Over in there we got an HO scale. We'll take you around here and show you a little bit of the area. Feel free to pause the video and read some of this stuff. Hopefully I ain't going too fast for you guys. Got some very neat artifacts in here from back in the day. We'll go over here and I'll show you the timeline here. Try to get all that in focus. So, feel free to read. Check it out. Got all this tons of stuff. Somebody giving some neat, fun facts about coal mining here. All these different things here showing off what it was like back here in the day. All kinds of neat stuff, pictures. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Got all these different kind of things here. K&T number 11, fortunately, does not survive. Feel free to get a giant HO scale model down here. Again, this is one of my favorite things here. Love this. Shows off a few K&T engines. I think I showed this a little bit earlier, but I'll show it again. I love it. And everything, we have the coal temple. I'll show a little bit more of that off here in a bit. Here and everything, instead of like doing like how Barthel was restored, they decided to do these ghost type structure ordeals. Basically show you what the buildings, give you an idea of what the buildings would have kind of looked like. And kind of show you what these would look like. It's kind of neat. So I'll take you up inside one of these ghost structures here, as they call them. These things are pretty neat. So they have like little figurines of people that lived out here.
So we had what we call the outdoor toilets, you know.
Also have little artifacts in here as well of stuff to show you what living in a coal mining camp back in the day would look like. They also have audio in here too to show you, let you listen to the history. A lot of neat stuff here. See some more ghost structures over here. Shows you the only real thing that's Really kind of mostly intact around here is the coal temple. It's pretty neat. And we also have signs and everything to show people what these buildings was. So this was the first supervisor's house right here. So this is what this would have looked like. So from the looks of it here, this would have been like a front porch here and everything. And you can hear interviews and other like little things. And again, more artifacts. It's really neat. This is some neat stuff here. This kind of shows you like some other pictures from back in the day. Like a lot of neat stuff here in this town. Or what was. So if you can kind of see back in here, we're inside the Blue Heron mine now. Really kind of see some of the real tight conditions that these miners would have to endure. For back in the day. Mining definitely wasn't for the claustrophobic. Here we have a mine train. This is what they would have hauled stuff out on, rode in on, other things like that. So we have a drill thing over there. Just a bunch of neat different stuff. Show you the history and mining, if you will. There is the church and everything. Well, it was the church. Got like a little pew and a little podium up there. It's fun. Got some artifacts. Let's go check out the coal temple. Ladies and gentlemen, so here we have the coal temple. So the coal temple and everything, this was used to load up coal trains and everything. We can actually see 4 Southern Railway coal cars down here to basically show off what this would have done and looked like back in the day. Actually, correction, 5. My bad, I didn't see that 5th one tucked up in there. So this shows the coal temple and everything. Up here is where they would have had like a mine train and everything. They could have dropped the coal over into here, and then it would have been stored up in here, and then it would have dropped down into these coal cars here. Gravity, if you will. These are pretty cool. Hey guys, doing a little bit of digging and everything down here. Oops, almost about tripped and fell right there. Shows y'all the whole information and other neat stuff here. Shows you the Southern. I think these would have been brown, if I ain't mistaken. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comment section below. But I'm pretty sure these would be brown. There actually is a good reason behind that, though. Take a look right here. This isn't really Southern. Take a look there on that truck. It says C&O. So actually, and I've looked at all 5 of these cars. These are actually all belonging to the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad, which, not to say that there probably wouldn't have been some down here, but it definitely would have mostly been Southern, so I see why they're disguised, if you will. But still, pretty cool. And it shows what they did down here.
Mining community, also known as Mine 18. Run by the Stearns Coal and Lumber Company from 1932 to 1962. Correction, 1937 to 1962. And then it became unprofitable. The mine was pretty much abandoned, and the structures were pretty much left to rot. The National Park Service took this over in the mid-70s, Looking at the buildings that were here, the cost would have been prohibitive to restore them or to keep them up maintenance-wise. So they built what we call ghost structures. That'd be the metal structures that you may have walked through and pressed buttons to hear the voices from the past. Park Service has been running this area ever since. This is our first train today, so I apologize for being a little out of sync. But we're certainly welcome and glad that you're here. I have answered a few questions as y'all have come through. But a lot of what I usually would tell folks, you've already done. So I hope you had a good visit and you come back again. Thank you.
After a nice layover at Blue Heron, we were now back on board the train and headed back to Stearns. bit of workout for it. In case you didn't know, this right here is actually the front of the locomotive. So now we are actually technically going forward, even though the train's going in reverse. We are currently 600 feet below from where we was at in Stearns. So this train will be traveling up, I believe, a 4% grade of 600 feet. It's a really steep grade, folks, so this engine's really going to get a good workout. But they can do it. So, enjoy the show. Sorry, folks, I'm going to have to talk over this music just in case, because copyright claims. Banjo music. Heading back through Marvell. Actually, it's a neat place to stop at and everything. You can take tours of the town, as well as spend the night here in one of the cabins. Pretty cool place. Done it before. Oh, here we go. We're coming up on the caboose now. This caboose is a former Rock Island caboose. Former Rock Island Lehigh Valley caboose. There's some maintenance and way equipment over here too. Heck yeah. Alright, so I'm doing pretty good. Side of the tracks, since I didn't get to do that last time. Banjo music. Sorry, folks. Yeah, that's off over it. Just so we don't get copyright strike. We're really seeing a lot more of the town though. It's pretty neat. I used to play a lot in that little steam engine when I was a kid. It's pretty cool. Look at this. Got a little shark right there. Pretty cool. We do hope that you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what your favorite part was in the comment section below. And like that, this is the Rector Railroad saying, we'll see you along the rails. Thanks for watching. And also check out some of my other videos.